I am going to stand at the podium because I have a lot of images. In fact, Karen even said, "You have 60 images. Are you guys prepared for this?" So anyway, my name is Jennifer Parker, and I'm in the art department, and I just want to thank everyone for being here. I'm super excited to see where this goes and to see how we can all be involved with each other moving forward. I started OpenLab 12 years ago with Enrique Ramirez-Ruiz. He's an astrophysicist. And we really believe that art is just as important as math, and how do we think creatively and with critical thinking between disciplines, but more than that, how can we create spaces together that people can come together as one discipline and not be sort of stuck in our silos. So since 2010, we've supported 65 students, 18 interns, 20 faculty, 15 visiting artists, and we've averaged 5 to 6 exhibitions and events a year. And this has been virtually and in person. Graduates from OpenLab have grown their interdisciplinary practice rhizomatically, connecting studios and labs across the globe as artists, scientists, academics, and members of industry. I'm very proud to have a sort of diverse group of people, and it's also been really interesting to see that women have found safe haven in the OpenLab spaces, where sometimes that's been a little bit more challenging, I think, for people to carve out space when a lot of the work that we're doing has engineering-based focus often. OpenLab participants come to the studio because they're interested in being part of a line of inquiry that is unfixed, it's undisciplined, it's undefined, it's fluid, it's open, it's responsive, it's timely. They come to OpenLab because they're looking for a supportive, welcoming, and creative community on campus to apply ideas that don't fit into any one particular course or discipline. Creativity and imagination are at the heart of OpenLab's experiential learning process. Our projects shift the focus from industrial machines, computers, and robots to people and ecosystems. This use of technology across disciplines forces us to decide how we as humans want to experience our creative strivings and work for the public good to help redirect and understand the negative consequences of unsustainable innovation at the cost and direct cost of the planet. So today I'm going to share 3 projects that we're currently working on. Those were slides from previous works. And then we'll kind of go from there, and I'll introduce my colleague, Karolina Karlic. So first, it's the Art and Genomics Initiative that we've been working on since 2019. The Human Genome Project is one of the most celebrated scientific accomplishments of the last 20th century. Public and private investments in the project were justified on the grounds that all people share a common genetic framework, which is fully, let me fix my notes, there we go, when fully deciphered, could point to the ways in which we can cure human diseases. So might we apply the same global investment approach to serve future generations to modify human beings' impact on the planet's ecosystem and minimize biodiversity loss as we prolong human life on this planet? And what would a sustainable human genome project entail, produce, investigate, and how might art play a role in sharing genomic information and designing future possibilities for all species in the face of climate change? So one project that an OpenLab that is being designed right now is by Dr. Juniper Haraway, who was also a PhD student in environmental studies and is now getting an MFA at UC Berkeley. And she works at the intersection of ecology, art, activism, and policy. And for her Art and Genomics project, she selected 7 species to create a necklace with ethically sourced organisms embedded in amber, recycled concrete from the Los Angeles River Channel, and steel beads that are used in DNA extraction. This work references the preservation of specimens for the future and the scientific practice of cataloging and preserving species DNA. The necklace also provides a kind of platform. So to discuss future de-extinction and rewilding, the ethical and historical complications that are involved in this work. This next project is called UC Placemaking. It's a multi-campus planning grant that I developed with UC Berkeley, Davis, Santa Barbara, and Santa Cruz. Together, we aim to support and amplify the public place-based research of our UC artists, designers, and media practitioners who've worked across fields in collaboration with multiple stakeholders to enact social and environmental change. Our professor, Karolina Karlic, is going to share with you one of the projects OpenLab has seeded that she's been working on through the placemaking grant.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Curated from a wide range of cultural producers, Unseen California invites us all to learn about ways in which the arts play an urgent role in addressing issues of access, equality, social, and environmental justice. Launched in 2021, intended to be a 10-year program, Unseen California has multiple facets. These include immersive arts field research across the natural reserves by cohorts of professional artists, teaching, and engagement with the public. The first cohort consists of 5 women photographers from a wide variety of backgrounds. Collaborating across various UC reserves, specifically used most typically for scientific research, they create their own artwork set out to reframe California's cultural history and ecological landscapes beyond the canonical art perspectives. First artist, working at Big Creek Reserve, artist Tara Karlic has taken inspiration from a speech photographer Ansel Adams delivered at the reserve's dedication ceremony in 1978. Karlic has studied the recordings of Adams's speech and recorded herself performing a progressively more redacted version, showcasing the problematic aspects of modern photography's canons via acts of erasure, redaction, and reenactment. Tongva artist Mercedes Dorame has chosen to work at Santa Cruz Island Reserve and Catalina Island, in part because her ancestors inhabited what is now the Los Angeles Basin, as well as Southern Channel Islands. Her study includes contrasting the feeling of safety and shelter on virtually uninhabited Santa Cruz Island with the developed Catalina Island. Artist Aspen Mays is investigating the lives of acorn woodpeckers whose behaviors and interactions with oak trees have been studied at the reserve for more than 50 years. Mays is collaborating with Citrus's initiative for drone education and research to gather 3D drone images of the granary trees where woodpeckers store acorns. At the Steel Desert Reserve site, a site of anthropological excavations, artist Dion Lee is examining wilderness survival skills as a metaphor grappling with harmful systems and historical structures and acknowledging survival as an active attempt made every day. I myself am working in multiple forms using visual sensors, working at here on the left-hand side you see post-Dolan fire in Big Sur, and then 2 years later, post-Dolan fire, Big Sur, where I have installed field cameras that document land movement. I'm also taking inspiration from scientific fog data collectors on the right, and have installed copper plates which will visually collect the fog passage in the form of oxidized patterns on the metal. We are also engaging with the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, pushing up against some of the world's largest photography collection. We're also producing a film. We have a lot more information here on our website.
All right, we just got the 2-minute warning, so I'm going to go really fast. So the last one is the Algae Society, which is a bioart and design lab that I also run through OpenLab and I participate in. I think we all have a lot to learn from algae as one of the oldest species, non-human, non-plant, non-animal, to investigate and learn about. And so creating a center or a lab that investigates that through the lens of the arts and science is something that we've been most interested in. As a working group of artists and scholars and scientists, the Algae Society creates artworks, workshops, and exhibitions for the general public to experience algae at the macro and micro levels. Each event involves extensive research and development to design, build, curate, and administer. We do this work in collaboration as artists and curators across 3 continents on a very, very small budget, which contributes Contributors from the artists and scientists live in local communities that we exhibit. We've installed 7 in-person exhibitions and 1 virtual show since 2019. We've been really busy the last 3 years. And we've published articles and have recently been featured on the cover of Leonardo Journal, which is an MIT press. And we have a show that's opening up at the end of the month at the Madrid Planetary Center in Spain, exploring algae through imagination and play. So it's also really fun to be thinking about off-planet, in-planet, under-planet, in a planetary place. So to learn more about these projects, please contact me or Karolina Karlic for OpenLab in Unseen, California. Thank you.